Namaste, I am Jitesh, CEO MEX Nepal. I would like to thank One Youth for having me in their program Agriculture Environment Through Art. So it is a very interesting approach which they have come up with to portray how the industrialization has affected the environment so badly, and also how it is affecting the agroeconomy of Nepal especially, and not only Nepal, even other parts of the world it is happening in a big time. So how sustainable growth is very important for the future generations, to take care of the future generations. So that is why they are trying to portray this through art, how the environment can be protected, and also the industrialization has to be reduced in a way where the environment is taken care and also it is sustainable for the future generations. We can see that even countries, countries like Bhutan, they are not only carbon neutral, they are carbon negative. So the whole world is looking towards Bhutan, where like they have 70%, they have a rule where 70% of the land has to be forest. It should not be deforestation, should not happen for industries. So they have such wonderful policies which the whole world is looking at. So I believe like most of the nations should adopt to that, and even Nepal, 70% of the economy is agroeconomy. So definitely like the percentage has to go up and never come down, so that like more policies and schemes are brought in where the government itself helps the sustainability of the agriculture in the country as a exchange, as a commodity exchange. Even we have done a lot of research in various products, how the products are not getting the right price, the producer doesn't get the right price for the produce. Like example, like black cardamom, sugar cane, then tomato. We have had instances where many farmers have just dumped their produce in the Kalimati choke, and even sugarcane. A lot of farmers have been affected in Kapilavastu, these areas. There has been a lot of hue and cry on the pricing mechanism. So the farmer or the producer should get the right price for their produce. That is very important, because if they don't get the right price, then I'm very sure that the next generation is not going to stick with the trade, or they are not going to stick with the agriculture farming. If they are not going to stick with agriculture farming, then what happens? You and me, we are not going to have food or breakfast on our table the next morning. So that is going to be a big problem. So how can we, take care of this? Is like, one is like we need to have use methods by which sustainable farming is done, by which they don't use heavy fertilizers and other pesticides, so that it doesn't harm the and the land or the products or whatever they are producing. And the industrialization also should industry should take care where the toxic materials are not infused into the environment in such a way that they are in an uncontrollable way, and it can exploit the farming or the agro sector in a big way. So all these things should be taken care of, and cartailing is very important factor, where we are also working towards getting the right price for the producer and also the buyer. A lot of cartailing is happening, so that particular mechanism has to be taken care of. And industrialization has done a big there was a phase where industrialization, a lot of industries have been coming up, and in Nepal also the same is happening. A lot of industries are coming in, but same way like the agro economy also has to be taken care of. It is very important. So I would like to thank One Youth for having this initiative, and it's very important like we also join hands and go for this noble cause and make everyone aware. Awareness is the major factor by which we can educate everyone and know the pros and cons. Currently, everyone is talking about the climate change. What is climate change all about? The abuse of the environment, which doesn't help the environment to be suitable for the upcoming generations. So it is in our hands. We have only one earth to live in. We need to take care of it, and also save it and protect it for the future generations. Industrialization is good, of course, and definitely in the future, when there is going to be a huge shortage of food, we cannot eat any of the industries, any of the things which the industries are producing. We cannot eat this. So it is definitely going to be a sustainable growth, which is going to be the future. So it's right time we act on this and take care of the future generations. Thank you and namaste.